The Blade SR is a very nice helicopter. It's a very powerful beginner, I suppose, CP, collective pitch helicopter. Got plenty power, and it's a very sturdy helicopter. However, the landing gear, the stock landing gear was just too low for my type of flying, and even perhaps for somebody that's beginning and requires a little wider footprint. That's the reason for the Mia Tough landing gear that we do, is to provide helis with a wider footprint, which makes it easier for a newbie or even an expert pilot to take off, and provides extra level of protection when you land hard your helicopter. The other benefit that these landing gears have is the extra height. A little bit higher than the stock landing gears, along with the Mia Tough Delta tail guards, provide an extra level also of protection for the boom. The stock one is a little too rigid, along with the stock tail fin. It just provided too much rigidity, which when landing too hard, it compromises a boom strike, which is basically what I did here, and that's why you see these small dents on my boom. I was a little upset when that happened, and it's basically what triggered me designing these particular parts for the Blade SR. I've been enjoying this Blade SR much better with these particular upgrade parts. Originally, I did these parts for myself. I was not intending on offering this as a kit, because I'm quite busy with some other products that I have on my site. But some RC helicopter pilots saw this particular setup, and they really liked it, which basically urged me to come up with a kit. I figured that other people could benefit from this particular landing gear tail guard that I've designed for the Blade SR. These are the canopies developed for the Blade SR. They are two-part canopies joined at the center, and they come with decals such as the one that you see here on this orange color one. They attach to the Blade SR existing canopy mounting bracket via these small indentations here, molded as part of the canopy. These are basically the tools you are going to need to assemble the Mia Tough SR kits. Small screwdriver, nail clippers, and a small bottle. The Mia SR kit comes in various colors. We have here black. It comes in green, a hot green. It also comes in a hot orange, which you can see here, which has been mounted to the helicopter already. And it also comes in yellow. As can be seen here in this kit. And also comes in white. We might be adding some additional colors to our website. Please check it out when you have a chance. Okay, let me discuss a little bit about the parts. These are the same parts that you see in the parts tree. This is the G10 parts tree. This is the material made of fiberglass, for those that are not familiar with G10 or FR4. This material is the same as the black natural, but it's been coated with a colored. Let me focus in on what's involved in the Mia Tough landing gear for the Blade SR. Basically, you're going to start with these parts here. One bracket per side gets attached to the helicopter using the existing hardware for the existing stock landing gear. Just remove the existing landing gear from the Blade SR, keep the 4 tiny screws that attach the landing gear to the frame, and reuse 2 of them at the rear of the brackets as you see. I opted not to install the front one because I didn't want to drill another little hole. You can, if you want, drill a small hole, and basically if you take a small pin or a small nail and heat it up with holding it with the pliers, you can punch a hole using the existing bracket as your guide or reference. You can punch a hole right through the plastic and mount the existing landing gear screw, the other screw, at this point right here. And you can repeat the same process to the other side if you wish. As I said before, I did not choose to do so because these particular slots hold onto the existing frame pretty snug, and I only needed one place to hold the screw. But if you wish, you can install the second one as I mentioned. The landing gear struts are attached in very much the same way we attach our other landing gear struts, tough struts. You simply pinch the plastic underneath and you snap onto the brackets. Very simple, very easy. By the same token, you insert the skids, which are G10. These are very these skids are not as thin as the ones that we did for the Quark. This is a much thicker material, given that SR helicopter is much it's a little bit bigger and it requires a little more thicker material parts. So, but it's installed in the same way that we did our Quark landing gear. You simply snap the struts over the skids with a little bit of CA glue, and that holds it in place pretty tight and pretty secure. As some of you might have observed in our other video that I did while testing the landing gear has a good degree of suspension. It's pretty rigid enough to withstand hard landings. You can view my other video to get a glimpse at what and how this works when you drop the helicopter from about 3-4 feet in the air. For a new pilot, this is very handy, and because it has a wider footprint, you can see that the distance from skid to skid is much wider than the stock one, and it's much taller, thus providing you a greater area of support when you're on the ground and when you come down on, with a helicopter. It also holds the helicopter better before takeoff because of this particular widespread distance between the skids. The particular A shape, we call this the A shape because one of the struts is faced towards the rear. We did this particular setup this way to provide a much better support for the rear end of the helicopter in case you need to also land hard, or you need or while learning, it just helps a great. I don't like to fly helis with the stock landing gears because they all seem to follow the same shape and form. Most of them are low profile and unfortunately not high enough to provide the level of protection that I require for my type of flying in my style. Also, in the area that I fly mostly over sand, rocks. I live in the west coast, and a lot of the terrain here is mostly sand and dirt and rocks. And even if the environment would not, this would still be a good choice of landing gear if you require something that will give your helicopter a little better protection and stability. So this pretty much covers this the assembly of the landing gear.